I really find it so funny and so amazing and sometimes really disgusting when in this 21st century people still think that forex trading is a scam. Oh my goodness. Okay, what if I told you that forex trading had been long existing before some of your countries? Even before cars were created, forex trading had been around. Even before banks were created and started working, forex trading have been around, existing. So in this video, I'll take you through the history of forex trading, how it came to grow so big, where it started, and why it is now digitalized and very easy for everyone to trade. And most especially, I will clear your doubts on forex trading being a scam, even when some people use it to scam others. So grab a popcorn, chillax, and enjoy the video. So guys, welcome to NoonEdge. In this video, we'll be going through 10 crucial chapters. I have taken my time to break it down and simplify it for everyone to understand. So you'll be doing me a favor in return just by liking the video, subscribing to the video, and also sharing it to your friends. So let's get started. What you have been all waiting for. Chapter 1 talks about the beginning, that is from barter to coins before 600 BC. So a long time ago, before money existed, people exchanged things directly. For example, a farmer who plants yam needed fish to cook the yam. So now he would look for a nearby neighbor or a neighboring village that have a fisherman. Then he will offer to give the fisherman some amount or some tubers of yam just to get some amount of fish. That system of trade was called barter system, where people exchange goods, different type of goods. Remember, money don't exist. People exchange goods, different products for common value and interest. So during that time, there was no money, there was no currency. So people exchange what they have to get, people give what they have to get what they don't have. So that system was quite good, but there were problems associated with that particular system of trade. So for example now, what if the fisherman doesn't want yam, he wants another thing? The farmer will not be able to get fish. So there were problems associated with it. So it came along, the idea brought up the idea of using metal coins, which was in form of silver or gold. So in that way, people now abandoned the aspect of giving out their goods. They started giving out their metal coins, which were in form either gold or silver. So that way it became more easier. Now everyone can accept gold or silver coins. So a farmer now doesn't need to be giving out yam. He can give out gold coins or silver coins depending on the one he have. Then anybody can accept it and he can use it to get anything he wants, not only a particular thing, just like fish. So he can use it to get anything he wants, be it cloth, fish, yam, rice, beans, so far he's giving out gold coins. So this first aspect brought about forex trading, because different people now have different coins, so they need to exchange it. You see it? That is where forex trading starts gradually developing. Chapter 2, yes, in the 7th to 11th century, then paper money was introduced to the world. Wow. And guess the group of people or the country that was the first to introduce paper money? Just guess. China, of course. China. Oh my god, that country. Historical facts. That's so good. Clap hand for them again. So yes, in the 7th to 11th century, paper money was introduced. China was the first, actually. They were the first to introduce paper money. So why? What was the reason? Why did they introduce this paper money? Of course, they found out that gold coins, metal coins, were too heavy to carry around. So they introduced the paper money. And as they introduced it, other countries started imitating, introducing the paper money as well, since gold and silver metal were too heavy to carry around. So in that way now, for example, someone in China needs to travel to India, will need to exchange his own type of currency, which is paper money, to Indian currency. So that way, forex trading too started linking up gradually. Just take for example, someone in China wants to travel to India. He will need to know how much one currency, Japanese or China yuan, I don't know, Japanese yuan, let me say, will cost in maybe India that's still using coins. How much one Japanese yen will cost? How many coins will it cost? So this brought about exchange, the idea of exchange. In fact, this is the root of forex trading. So China was the first to introduce paper currency, since gold metal coins were too heavy to carry around. So the government started printing paper money. Other countries to imitate and started creating their own paper money. So for someone to travel from his country to another country, there must be exchange. You can't use your own country currency in my country, so there must be exchange. So this is the root of forex trading. Now we're in chapter 3. Getting interesting, but so in chapter 3, the 14th to 15th century. Remember in the last chapter, which was chapter 2, it was during the 7th to 11th century. So in chapter 3, during the 14th to 15th century, here comes one important family. This family, oh my God, forex traders, these are your ancestors, one of the people that brought the idea and made things possible. So 2 seconds of silence for their departed soul. And share my note. So the Medici family, why am I so relaxed talking about this one? Because they made things possible for we traders now. They are the first forex bankers during the 14th to 15th century. So the Medici family, what did they do? I call them the first forex bankers. So what actually did they do? This is what they did. In Europe, especially in Italy, the Medici family started helping merchants to exchange currency safely. Because back then, people have to travel long distance with huge amount of cash, ego, and often they get robbed. Like people started complaining, what's this? But the Medici family, with their knowledge, as I say, knowledge is power. They invested. They are the first forex bankers. They invested banks in different cities. That way, people don't have to travel with much amount of cash to avoid being robbed. They don't have to go to a Medici bank either in London, deposit the euro there. When they deposit it, automatically, if they want to buy goods in China, they will get a confirmation letter from London and they receive the money, and they automatically exchange the money in China, the Medici bank in China. So this brought about forex exchange. This is where it boomed. This is where it clicked. That's why I call them the first forex bankers, because they use the situation with their knowledge. They grab the opportunity and they decided to make something. And through those exchanges they have been making, they have been helping people with, they actually make profit. So this is where forex trading started booming. Remember, this is just chapter 3. I will still have to go to 10. So you see that everything is starting to make sense. You that is doubting according to this car. So relax and still we are watching this. Medici family, oh my God, forex traders, people owe you a lot. You owe them a lot because their knowledge, in fact, it impacted and it created a lot of things. So on the short summarization, they help people exchange their money. No need for people to be transferred for carrying a lot of cash from one country to the other. Just go to Medici Bank in London, deposit it, and you get what you want in China. When you travel to China, you get that amount in their own currency. So that exchange has started occurring. Now guys, chapter 4. So what does chapter 4 talk about? Chapter 4 talks about the gold standard era. So what is actually this gold standard era? Well, in the 1870 to 1914, countries agreed to use gold as the measure of value. That is, they agreed to use gold as the measure of value. Each country said one of our currencies equals to a fixed amount of gold. A fixed amount of gold. So this made it easy to trade between countries because you could always convert money to gold and gold to another currency. Very easy. So for example now, if 1 British pound is equals to 1 ounce of gold, then $1 is equals to 0.5 ounces of gold. That means 1 pound is now equals to $2. So do the calculations. Just do the calculations, and if you can't understand, replay the video. So now this is also forex trading. It's helping us know the value of currency exchange. So it has been long around chapter 5. If you're still around watching this video, that means you have something great to achieve in forex trading. So a big congratulations to you. Yeah, a big congratulations to you. Well, chapter 5 talks about the Bretton Woods Agreement. The English too big, right? Bretton Woods Agreement. So what does this Bretton Woods Agreement talks about actually? Well, in 1947 from 1947 to 1971, after World War II, countries needed to rebuild their economies. So sad. But why must war come to pass like that? Why war? Well, after World War II, countries needed to build their economies again. So they created a system. Guess what the system was? Well, this system was that all currencies would be tied to the US dollar. You see, that's what war lead to. Let's assume now, for instance, now what happens. You see the way power will change because nobody knows who will defeat each other. Because nowadays countries are with nuclear weapon, day by day technology increasing. World power can just shift. But now US still hold it. So the system was that all currencies will be tied to the US dollar. 2, the US dollar itself is tied automatically to gold. So this brought stability to the world economy. Yes, for example, now if you are in Nigeria and your currency was tied to the US dollar, like now we Nigerians, if our currency is tied to the US dollar, we don't need to worry about it, about something like inflation happening, then the currency will have to depreciate or appreciate. You don't need to worry because why? It is tied to the US dollar, and again, the US dollar is backed by the gold currency. So now, if you are in Nigeria and your currency is tied to the US dollar, you don't need to worry about it going up or down. You just have to relax. Just have to relax. So this system, it worked for some time. Yes, it didn't last forever. Because if you check now, we are not using the system. So this system now, it worked for some time till they cancelled it. I think in this way they did that just to make their currency have value. Just keep watching the video and you understand more. Let's do this to make currency have value. So now the system, it works for some time, then the US government, they have to cancel it. And that happened in 1971. They cancelled that system. Yeah. And now in chapter 6, chapter 6 talks about how free floating exchange rates began. So after 1971, note, you know that the gold, the US dollar was backed by gold. You understand? So they cancelled it. And if your currency was back to US dollar, then you don't have to worry. So they cancelled that in 1971. So after that, they introduced float to the market. That is float exchange. And what does this talk about? Now, in this float exchange system, that is the system we still use till today. New currencies is allowed to rise and fall. No more backing by gold. So any currency, whether be it US dollar, euro, pounds, or maybe CDs or naira, everybody is now OYO on your own. So currencies were not allowed to rise and fall. So based on the market demand, any currency that people want the more, like for example now, if people want the US dollar the more, demand is rising. The price of US dollar will also increase. So this is what they introduced after cancelling the gold backing. So now every country has to stand on their own. No more gold backing, no more relaxing and hiding under the shadow of the US dollar because it's backed by gold. Now everybody has to face the consequences of its action or the consequences of its economy action. So now I can give an example now, maybe if one US dollar is equals to 1.5 Ghana cedis, but something happens tomorrow now, like for example, maybe inflation happened to the US economy, and after that, the 1 US dollar now is now equals to 1.3 Ghana cedis. Traders can buy and sell based on these changes and make profits. Understand? I don't know in Nigeria economy, maybe if 1 US dollar is equals to 1.5 Nigerian naira, then maybe after some things, maybe tomorrow, inflation happened to the US dollar, then 1 US dollar will now be equal to 1.3 Nigerian naira. So traders can actually take action from this. buy and sell the currency just to make money. So this is the modern forex trading we are doing now. Just imagine, this was 1971. 1971. Oh. So this is leading to the future of forex trading. Now we go to chapter 7. Well, that was after floats were introduced to the market. Chapter 7 talks about only big institutions trading the market. Well, in the 1970s to the 1990s, remember I said 1970s, 1990s, 1970s can be 1971, 72, going up. Only big institutions could trade the forex market. And why? Isn't it unfair to us being regular traders? Well, the reason was that it includes or it requires millions of dollars to work, and you had to, and again, there were no internet, yes. It required millions of dollars, and there were no internet then. And again, you have to call the bank or go through brokers just to make a sale. Like for example, now if Coca-Cola wants to build a factory in Japan, they have to contact the bank in Japan that they want to build a factory there. So now they will have to make exchange worth millions, and that exchange now will be converted to Japanese yen. So then forex wasn't available for normal or regular people like us now, like the retail forex traders. It was only available for banks, big institutions, and big companies. So, and why it was available for them? It's because there were no internet, and again, it requires millions. And for you to have millions, you must have a big business like the bank, or you must have a big company. So, big institutions started trading the forex in the 1970s to the 1990s. So now, US will have to call the bank in Japan, and they will exchange the US dollar to the Japanese yen. But something great happened in the 2000s. Now guys, when I say something great and marvelous happened in the 2000s, guess what? Like in the 2000s, internet made everything easy, and that move that occurred creates opportunity and made a lot of people who they are today. So this chapter 8 is like one of the most important. So this chapter 8 now, the internet was everything. It changes everything. And when I say it changes everything, it made a way for retail traders. Remember, ordinary people couldn't trade the market then because it required millions. And as someone trying to also find an edge in this life, well, you don't have millions. So those people, like, I think they had mercy on us. They had mercy on us. So I'm thankful to them. They had mercy on us because why? They made trading available for everyone. So anyone interested can trade, not only millionaires, not only billionaires, anybody can trade. But you have to put or fund a little amount of money, then leverage on it. So those brokers back then, they created an app. Since internet is there, let's create an app. So they create this app, MetaTrader 5. Sorry, MetaTrader. MetaTrader 5 is like the senior of MetaTrader 4. They created MetaTrader. So this MetaTrader now is you can use it. You fund maybe $100, then leverage on it to make huge amount of profit in the market. So now this created opportunity for everyone in the market, and the most important thing is that you can trade it on your laptop or your phone. You see the power of internet. You see the power of always striving to do better and make the world a better place. There's one thing, every business is to create value. If you are not giving value, you won't have money. So these people, they give us value, and probably they are making profit from this broker. So now this chapter talks about forex trading being available for everyone. Forex trading being available for everyone in the market. And as a retail trader now, if someone come and ask you this forex trading are doing, or tell you that this forex trading is a scam, or they ask you this forex trading, when did it start? You tell them that retail forex trading started in the early 2000s. But forex trading as a whole started a long time before their country. They won't be able to speak, and it will make them to make their own research. So now, chapter 8 talks about how forex trading was introduced to everyone, both the retail traders, to be able to trade. But this now, in every good thing in life, there must always be a bad thing. So the good thing about this is that it created opportunity. And what's the opportunity? The opportunity for everyone to trade in the market. But what's the bad side of it? Bad side is that scammers, the lazy people that don't want to learn, then decided to use it to scam others by giving them false news or false information. Now, chapter 9. Chapter 9 talks about clearing your doubts on forex trading being a scam. So now, when forex trading became very popular, a lot of scammers appeared from nowhere. Sorry. My God. Yeah. When forex trading became very, very popular, a lot of scammers appeared, from nowhere, taking advantage. They will, like for example, make you believe that they have an investment platform that they can use to double your money. So they'll make you to send them, they'll convince you, this is forex trading, send me money, I'll double it in 2 days or 3 days. They started making forex look like a Ponzi scheme something, giving people false hope and false belief. They'll also promise you guaranteed profits. Like, where in this world is money easy to get? For example, even people do illegal things to make money. It's never easy. So why would someone tell you, send me money, I'll double it in 2 days, and you will just believe? A lot of scammers took advantage of this because forex trading has been popular. A lot of people are making money genuinely for it. So scammers decided to take advantage. One thing, a real trader will tell you, forex is hard. It's not easy, but you can learn the skills and it also works. They'll tell you the hard side and the tragic side of forex, because forex you can lose money, yes, but it works with discipline and you learning the skills. But you guess what? A fake trader and a scammer will just tell you, send me money, I'm good at this, I will double it in 2 days for you, I will double it, and you will just believe, and you send them money. There is money, go to KYC or KFC to get Kentucky Fried Chicken and eat. Your money is just gone, and you'll be there hoping for, oh my God, I'm making good money. My dear, forex is like a moving car. You can use it for good and you can use it for bad. So that is it. Scammers are not everywhere spoiling forex. So this chapter is to clear the fact that forex trading was never a scam. I've never been a scam and it's legit. Chapter 10. Now you are able to believe that forex trading is not a scam. Chapter 10 talks about the future of forex trading. Don't be scared, okay? Of course, forex trading is here to stay forever. For forex trading to end, the world economy needs to end. No more transactions, no more exchange, no more currencies. That is what will make forex trading to stop. So forex trading is here to stay. And the amazing thing is that first now, most traders are now using AI to trade the market, like these experts, advisors, and the EAs that is needed to trade the market. Most people are using, the expert advisors are actually robots, not AI. Expert advisors and EAs are robots. Why people are using the AIs, like artificial intelligence, to predict the movement of the market. Now, central banks are also they are working on making digital currencies. Yes, they are working on making digital currencies. That is the CBDCs. The CBDCs. So forex trading is actually here to stay for a long time. Till future, till the world ends. So it is a skill you need to learn, because it is something you can trade from anywhere, even if you travel. It is not like a business. You need to stay in a particular zone. Forex trading, you can trade with your laptop, your phone, and if you travel to Dubai, London, Cameroon, Nigeria, Ghana, you can trade from there, because the market is now in the internet, just like in the previous chapter. So the future of forex trading is really, really bright, getting brighter day by day. Now, I believe you all understand and you now believe forex trading is legit. So it is there. Nobody is there to fool you now. Nobody is there to maybe lie to you or tell you bullshit about forex trading. So now you just have to chill, learn the skill. Yes, for you to succeed in forex trading, you just need to learn the skill. Number 1, use real brokers. Number 2, come again, learn the skill, use real brokers. Number 2, practice risk management, and most especially, avoid too good to be true promises. avoid too good to be true promises. So please avoid it. So thank you for watching the video, and don't forget to like this video and share it, because a lot of people still believe forex trading is a scam. So share it with them and let it change their knowledge, and it gives them an edge to make more money in life. Get the Lambo and the Ferrari, build the mansion you want. So share it to your friends. They will need to watch this, because I believe most people are scared to get into forex because they think it is a scam.